What is up, YouTube? This is Messy Bun Garage. I'm Jill, and today I'm going to be rebuilding the shifter in my NB Miata. Let's get to it. Yeah, so to pull off the center console, there's 4 screws. There's one on each side of the front, like this, and then there's 2 in the back compartment where the trunk and gas tank release are. And just pull those 4 screws out, and you should be good to go. Oh yeah, and it's much easier to remove that shifter knob first. I forgot, so don't be like me. If you have power windows, go ahead and unplug that plug under there and your console will be free. As you can see, my boot is torn really bad. I don't think this job has ever been done to this car, so it will be a huge improvement. So it's just 4 10mm bolts at the top. I always put all my hardware in a bag so that I don't lose it because I'm blonde and I will. I had to give this boot a little bit of a pry to get it up. It's been living there for 20 years, so as you can see, it's just torn. I also wanted to film the shifter slop and the reason why I was doing this, but I forgot, so here's a little bit of footage of that. In gear, it's just all over the place, so it definitely needed this job done. So again, it's just 3 more 10mm bolts in there. I also put those right in the bag, and then this shifter should just pop right out. Yeah. Keep your paper towels handy because this is gross. So in order to remove those bottom washers, you have to tap this pin out, and they mention in the instructions to do it with a set of vice grips, and I didn't really want to do that because they also say you don't want to mar the surface. So I used the bottom of my ratchet and just tapped it out a bit until I could get a screwdriver back there to pry it out the rest of the way. I use my ratchet because I don't have a super nice ratchet. If you do, definitely don't do this, but if you have nice tools, don't abuse them. So I just pried it out with the screwdriver until I could actually remove those bottom 2 washers that are in there. Then cleanup time. Now it's turkey baster time. Try to get out all of that old gear oil that's been in there for however long. Mine stunk really bad. There's actually a washer that would have been in there too in this turret. Factory it would have been plastic. Mine didn't exist anymore, so do be looking for little plastic chunks that might be in that fluid. I was able to use a one-man brake bleeder and suck out some of that fluid in there a little bit deeper than the baster could get. So then at this point we're just removing all this old shifter boot and old gaskets and rings and washers. Be careful. Stuff is really gross and very slimy. I just used a set of tin snips to make it really easy on myself to remove this old plastic washer and the wave washer. You definitely don't have to do that, but it definitely makes the job easier. And it's just a little bit of clean. Try to put it all back together the way you took it apart. So new wave washer, new plastic ring. So these are made to go on here. I struggled with this immensely. I don't remember this job being so difficult on my NA, but it took me forever to get that wave washer down around that flange. I ended up going over to the shop and love tapping it on with my mallet. Do whatever works. How you get it back on there is up to you, but it's made to fit. So once you get it on there, just get those little tabbies back into the plastic tabbies. Yeah. So just a little WD-40 makes this boot go on way easier. Also, the shifter should have come with a white dot to delineate the front. Mine was almost worn off, so I repainted it with a paint marker. As you can see here, there's that bronze bushing that would have replaced the plastic bushing. My camera battery died and I did not get that footage for you guys, but that would go right in that turret down there, and then you would refill it with some new gear oil. I use the Redline 75 W90. Just a little bit of WD-40 on this boot also slips right on. So those under boot screws, you don't want to put those bolts in too tight. They go right into aluminum, so just snug is fine. But these outer ones, you can put a little bit of torque on if you want. I actually over tightened one of mine. I didn't like how it was sitting, so I backed it out a little bit and just kept it snug. There's no reason to make these super tight. And then you're ready to put your center console back on after these are all tightened down. And then it's just those 4 screws and the shifter knob. Oh yeah, and don't forget to plug in your power windows if you have them. So the 2 screws in the back, and then the 2 screws up front. These ones are nice and have a little cap cover. And the shifter knob. And then feel the much improvement after that bronze bushing over the non-existent plastic one that would have come from the factory. Alright, so that about does it for changing the shifter with the 5X Racing Kit on an NB Miata. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button. It will really help my channel out a lot. Go ahead and subscribe for some more content to come in the future. If you'd like to see some more videos, please let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see. Anyway, that about does it. See you on the next one.